Hello, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to today's devotional from the Excellency Network, a community of extraordinary people. Our esteemed resource person has a special message for you today. Please stay tuned.
Good day, folks. It's a wonderful privilege also to be here. Happy New Month to us. It's wonderful to see another new month, and it's a beautiful thing to be alive. We thank God for life and thank God that we are able to advance in the things of God. My name is Michael IRUKWU, and I'm here also once again to share with us a word from the Lord. I want to thank God for the theme of the month, which says growth. A wonderful theme. I must confess, growth is something that is necessary. It requires change. It requires us to make adjustments for certain things to happen. Everyone desires growth, but the truth is that it's not everyone that is willing to grow, to make the changes that brings about growth. So what is growth? I'd like to explain what growth is. I had to check the dictionary. Growth simply means increase. Growth is a generic word and it means increase. Everything grows as long as you have life, and that is one of the characteristics of everything that have life. Every living thing grows. Of course, we remember the days of elementary science where we are taught that living things, they have characteristics, and we had acronyms for it. Mr. Niger D. Every living thing move, every living thing reproduce, every living thing nutrition, irritability, and the rest of them. Growth is one of them, actually. So every living thing grows. So the truth is that growth simply means increase in size, like I've said. And of course, you can, as humans, you can either grow old or grow up. So I believe the kind of growth we are talking about is not growing old, but I think it's in growing up. It's in growing up. Every one of us, as long as you're a human being, every one of us grow old. Every one of us grow old. In fact, that is what differentiates us from probably animals. Let me say, every one of us grow old. Every one of us grow old, but the truth is not every one of us grow up. I had to look at Galatians chapter 4. It says, Galatians chapter 4 from verse 1, it says, "Now I say that the heir, as long as he's a child, is no different from a slave, though he be Lord of all, though he has everything, though he owns them, though the Father wills it to him, he's not different from a child." Another version says, think of it this way: if a father dies and leaves great word for his young children, those children are not much better off than slaves until they grow up. Permit me to say, to grow up simply means to develop. And there's a striking difference between growth and development. I like to say development is a vehicle, and is a vehicle to reach growth. So growth is what is visible. Growth is what people see when you are developing. You can see growth. You can't see growth in your life until you commit to development. In that same Galatians 4, it's interesting to know that when you read downwards verse 19, Paul was talking to the church in Galatia, and he said, "My little children, of whom I travail in birth again until Christ be formed in you." Another version says, that's KJV I just read. Another version says, "Oh, my dear children, I feel as I'm going through labor pains for you again, and they will continue until Christ is fully developed in your life." So growth is what you call increase in size. I had to read Sister KG's devotional. He said development means increase in value. You see, value is not something. It's not something. When you become valuable, you see, it's increasing. That's why you cannot see growth until you commit to personal development. Growth is what people see. It's what people see when development is taking place. That's the truth. Growth is the result. Is the result. Is the result. So you have to commit to that. I think what we should pay attention is development. How do we develop? Until you pay attention to growth, I wrote here, until you pay attention to development, right, you cannot see growth. So what you commit to is development, and what you see afterwards is growth. Remember, we are not talking about growing old, we are talking about growing up, maturity. Development is formation, that you are formed, that you are becoming, you are taking shape. You're becoming. See, that's a process on the inside. Nobody actually sees that. You commit to that. But what people see when you're developing is what you call growth. So growth is what is visible. So I think what we should pay attention here is, you want to see growth in your life, you have to commit to personal development. And there are 4 phases of development, and that the Bible emphasized in Luke chapter 2 verse 52. It talked about Jesus. Jesus grew in stature, he grew in stature, he grew bodily, and he grew in favor with God and with men. So that the 4 phase of development that we need to pay attention is physical development, your bodily development, your exercise. Are you in health? This is how, in fact, so the truth is, true prosperity and covers this area, these 4 areas of development: of physical development, mental development, spiritual development, and relational development. So we commit to these 4 areas, then people will begin to see massive growth in our life. People will begin to see massive growth in our life. I pray that God will help us to look at these areas carefully until we meet next time in next week. I believe that this words will have been expanded in our hearts, and God bless us richly.
We want to believe that you have been blessed by our devotional today. Meditate on it all day long and ask God for more understanding. If you do not have a relationship with God yet and you desire it, get in touch with us. We will love to guide you. And if you are listening to this outside the Excellency Network, ask for the link to join us so that we can guide you and lend a hand to make sure that you achieve excellence in life. Till tomorrow, that we will come back with another transformational devotional. Have a great day ahead. God bless you.